HR tea time. Let's talk about weekly one-to-one sessions. Some people love it, some people hate it. So it's a personal choice, but that's not what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about teams and dynamics where the leader has this habit of weekly one-to-one. Now, this is purely my observation. I don't know what is your experience. But everywhere I worked, where our leader had this weekly one-to-one, it has negatively impacted our team dynamic because these one-to-ones are the perfect breeding grounds for gossip and pushing your personal, private, departmental agenda. These one-to-ones are perfect for me bitching about the others. These one-to-ones are perfect for me to undermine others and their projects or say, you know what, their agenda is not as important as mine. You should be financing my project. Just an example. My one-to-ones were completely waste of time because of my background in psychology. I'm not a psychologist, but because of my background in psychology, every single boss of mine, I ended up being their therapist. So for me, I didn't even get to talk about my project, my work, or even gossip about the others because the moment I sat down, they were like, oh, this is my problem, this is my problem. So I learned way too much about my leaders for me to even work with them. As a result of these one-to-one gossip sessions, I have noticed amongst the senior leadership team that they were just talking and bitching about each other to each other. So there was no favorite that these two really love each other and then they talk about the rest. No. Everybody took place in that or part. And then I was looking at, I'm like, where is that all coming from? Because this is a very unusual team dynamic. And then I realized that it was all coming out from these one-to-one sessions. Why? Because every leader felt that they have something with that leader, with the main leader, and that they can undermine each other and they can advocate for themselves. And it was terrible. So I always recommended leaders to avoid this because we are human beings. We are going to bitch about others and gossip. 100%. We do that naturally without the one-to-ones, right? So I always recommended leaders that there is no secret related to work on a team. So have a once a week team meeting where you discuss everything, and that's the risk to it. Now you would say that HR might need some private time because privacy issues related to employees. I can see that happen, but every week, no. But the best part was that this leader was talking about trust and he did not understand that he was the one undermining trust because everybody was seeing what is happening. So nobody trusted one another. And that's why the team dynamic was just really like everybody against each other, but not publicly. In public, we were very, very nice to each other. But you knew that that person is going to talk about you the moment you turn your back. But in public, we were extremely civil. So yeah, skip your one-to-ones. They don't do any good for anybody, trust me.